I'm very passionate about what I do. I have had the privilege of having more than 35 years talking to people about technology. And the technology sometimes is variable data printing technology, which is a company that I worked with in the 80s, a long time ago. I'm old. And I moved from that. I owned a company. I built a company with my partner for 10 years that did high-speed printer data stream transforms. You cannot say that 5 times fast. And so I had to become the most engineering-oriented non-engineer you've ever met. I had to learn the guts and the internals of the code. I was learning PDF while John Warnick was still writing it. So I had an insider's opportunity to learn. And then I sold that company, and I came to InfoTrends the first time, and I had a chance to bring to InfoTrends all of my years of transaction expertise and help build that piece of business. I then got lured off by a shiny object dangled by a supplier side person who said, "Ooh, come help us do this." And I did. And I spent the next 13 years working with several different vendors. I went to Kodak to help change the world of color inkjet. That was the sort of tagline. "Hi, would you like to come change the world?" Ooh, who says no to that? You know, so I didn't say no, I went. And for 5 years, roamed the world talking to people from Australia, across Europe, across the US, across South America, about what you could do with the relatively low-cost platform of a high-speed inkjet web press, when nobody really knew what to do with it. So we had to make the world safe for color inkjet, and then others came into that market, and it was brilliant. For a lot of reasons, at a point it became time to exit the Kodak logo and to move on to the HP logo. And then I spent 5 years there doing pretty much the same thing. And the last thing that I did before I left HP was run the inkjet end of the booth at Drupa. We ran a print shop, right? We ran 2 high-speed inkjet web presses. We ran over 250 rolls of paper for 7 finishing vendors doing posters, books, direct mail, transaction, anything you can think of, with a lot of really great partners. And we came to the end of that show having successfully run a print shop that didn't exist a month earlier on the show floor. And then I had a great opportunity to exit quietly to the left and then come back home to InfoTrends. And at InfoTrends, I own production workflow. So now I get to talk to all the same people, but for a slightly different reason. I am blessed to have people in pretty much every country that I can call my friends, because over the last 30 years of running around, I've had this really great opportunity to talk to people. And you're right, I mean, I'm passionate, and that's not for everybody, right? Not everybody's ready to deal with somebody who really loves everything about this industry, but I do. And because of that, it means that I get to make a lot of really interesting marriages. So even here this week, so I've introduced someone who will be looking for a job to someone who definitely needs some help, and they'll get together and we hope a beautiful thing happens. I've been able to marry some software people to some other software people who have complementary things going on, so we'll be able to get them together so that they can make music. Who's matching each other and who's got the cool technology and who needs a little help? Because at InfoTrends we do a couple things. We track the market, right? Part of my job is to know what's going on in the market, who's making money, how many things they've sold. But the other part of the job is to be an educational force in the market. So I blog, we're trying to start a podcast, we're looking at all these ways to get information out. And then we also do consulting, and we also do a lot of project work. And the nice thing about the project work, we're working on a project right now for someone that is taking us to every one of the web to print platforms and every one of the customization platforms and every one of the color management platforms and the job order entry platforms, and allowing us to sort of synthesize who's got best of breed and make recommendations back to the people who are paying us for the project. But on the other side of the project, we'll deliver the project and they'll get the best we can give them. But now we have all this material. Well, we would be wrong. We wouldn't be doing our job in the industry if we didn't bring that information into the industry so that other people could take advantage of it. So over the next probably 6 months, because we have so much material, we will start writing it and getting it out into the infosphere and trying to make sure that we keep the market growing in terms of what they understand. Because walk into too many printers who don't have automated workflow and don't understand how much money they're leaving on the table. You talk to people who don't have any real color management and don't understand that that's why they can't get some of the jobs they should get. So that's what we're trying to do. You know, you come out of college, come out of university, come out of even an apprenticeship program, you still don't know what you need to know. There is always this need to constantly learn because the market constantly shifts, and the things that you knew yesterday and knew better than you knew your name aren't as valuable today as they were yesterday, and you need to get a new piece of knowledge to stay relevant, make sure your business continues to grow, make sure your staff continues to grow, and that's where people like us, that's where we fill a role.